There are a lot of changes that happen on the YouTube platform. And with those changes, we need to evolve and grow and chuck the things that are not working anymore and keep the things that are working. So with that said, the 6 things that I think you should not be doing anymore on YouTube in 2023 and beyond are: number 1, a formal YouTube intro. So this is an animated intro where you kind of have all the snazzy animation introducing your channel, and some people go really overboard and have like a 10-second or a 20-second animated intro in their YouTube videos. I think this is absolutely outdated. It hurts retention. People are bored of seeing the same animation over and over again in every single video. It gives TV vibes where, you're having the same program start with the same title sequence, but our viewer behavior is not the same when we're watching TV versus YouTube. So the idea is to binge watch YouTube videos. And if you're watching 3, 5, 7 videos on the channel, you get tired of seeing the same animated intro over and over again. So what to do instead? So instead of having an animated intro, have the important things that you want to say in your intro, such as your title or your name, in the lower thirds. So have it as a visual rather than an animated video file. So that is something that I think is on the way out, if not already out, because retention is prioritized. So you want to get into your content as fast as possible. The second thing that is kind of a pet peeve for me is having unrelated stock footage or stock photos to use as B-roll in your videos. Now, I get why people do this. You do this to have some variety in your videos or to cut to something. So for example, if I'm saying, oh, I'm so frustrated with this, then I'll show like a stock image of a woman feeling frustrated. And I have done this in the past. And I just think it is overdone now. And I think it actually doesn't help your audience relate to you. So if you are feeling frustrated, it's best to actually show that emotion on your face or describe what that frustration looks like for you rather than using stock to demonstrate it. It just doesn't feel personal using stock. And honestly speaking, when I'm watching a video and a stock video or a stock photo comes on, I actually lose interest. And I'm like, I want to connect to the creator. Like, I want to see you going through those emotions or those things. So either the tough way to do this would be to film all of your B-roll. But there's an easier way. You don't actually have to include a lot of stock in your videos. Instead, what you can do is add movement into your videos. So if you have a static frame, let's say, add in movement, get up out of the frame, come into the frame, move closer, zoom in, zoom out, and then you can add pictures of your own making. So you can add what you're going through or what you want to show on the screen or what you're working on or what your process is, rather than relying just on stock to add more visual effect to your videos. The next outdated tactic is constantly asking people to like and subscribe or smash that subscribe button on your YouTube channel. I know it annoys a lot of people when people ask this really early on in the video, but I think that you can actually move away from asking a lot of these asks and just have them as visuals instead. So maybe you can ask people during the video, like if you're enjoying this video, go ahead and like this and subscribe to my channel for more content. That would be a more natural way of including it. But having like a set script every single time and asking people to subscribe and like to your channel just seems really an outdated, like a 2020 type practice, and I just don't like, I'm just not amused by it anymore, and I just don't want to watch those videos that constantly do that anymore. And I think a much better way to get people to take action is to watch this video on my effective calls to action to use instead of asking people to like and subscribe. Because likes and subscribes are okay, but they're not really success metrics. Like, they aren't really going to grow your channel as much as some of these other calls to action actually will. So consider using those instead and watch the video. I'll link to it down in the description as well, and watch that after this video to see what you can actually call your audience to action on. The next thing that I think is outdated is overhyped or exaggerated fast talking styles. Now, if that actually is your natural talking style, then great. If you naturally talk fast and you're a really hyperactive person and you have a lot of energy to expend in real life, then that's how you should absolutely show up on camera. But if that's not you, then you don't need to put on that persona just because you're on camera. Now, the caveat to this is that the camera actually does reduce your energy. So you do need to bring more energy to video than you would to, let's say, if you're meeting somebody in real life and having a conversation with them. When you get on camera, you do need to just bring a little bit more of that energetic vibe in front of the camera, but there's no need to adopt a completely different personality. In fact, I find that if people put on a very, just a very fake style on camera, it shows. And video is very unforgiving. People can tell when you're being inauthentic and when you're being like a little fake or you're being a little pretentious. It's very easy to tell on video. So you want to actually take your own personality, amp it up just slightly, and use that to form your video personality rather than this idea of all YouTubers need to be hyper and fast talking and, lots of editing jump cuts in their videos. And it doesn't have to be. You can be calm, you can be yourself, and it's actually better to be yourself. Okay, another thing that is outdated now for sure is exact match keywords on YouTube. Now, this used to work like a charm 5 years ago. In fact, when I used exact match keywords, I was able to rank YouTube videos within 16 minutes or less sometimes. And it just doesn't work anymore. The YouTube algorithm has changed, and using exact match keywords, such as if I wanted to say 6 outdated YouTube tactics, I could just use that phrase in the title and rank for that phrase. But now the algorithm has changed and it takes a lot more context into it than just the exact phrase that you have put in your title. And so the new way of writing titles is to have your keyword, but then include an emotional trigger with your title. Okay, so for example, if I call this video 6 outdated YouTube tactics that you shouldn't be using in 2023, then the shouldn't be using is the emotional trigger part, and the 6 outdated tactics is the keyword part. So the new way to write titles is to include your keywords, but then don't just rely on your keywords. Also have an emotional context and have that emotional human connection with your audience. If you want to learn how to write emotional titles better, I actually have a formula that I share inside my YouTube playbook. It is called the Emotional Needs Framework, and it guides you through this exact process of how to include both keywords and emotions and come up with a title that works for the algorithm as well as for your audience. You can download the YouTube playbook from the link down in the description below. The next thing that I think is outdated is thinking about YouTube success in terms of views and subscribers. I think that if you just keep that as your success metric, that is way too narrow. There are so many better success metrics that actually help your channel grow, your business grow, and you as a creator grow. For example, getting more comments on your YouTube videos is great for building relationships and getting more engagement on your videos. That's a great success metric. Getting more leads from YouTube to your email list, that is a great business success metric that you probably should be monitoring and focusing on instead of just getting a lot of views. Attracting quality people who actually are going to want to work with you or buy stuff from you or do business with you is better than just getting a lot of views from everybody who may never want to work with you, right? So, identifying who your target audience is, identifying who your ideal clients are, that is an actually much better YouTube success metric than just views are. And another one that is absolutely great is, for example, if you want affiliate revenue or brand deals coming in, then making YouTube videos that actually get you the attention of brands, get you sponsors, get you affiliates, right? So that is also another great success metric if you want to make money from your YouTube channel. So instead of focusing just on views and subscribers, which I feel is really, really outdated, focus on these more real metrics that actually impact your life and grow your business. Let me know in the comments below which one of these 6 outdated YouTube tactics you will not be using in 2023, and I will see you in the next video.